We decide to spend an extra day in Hunza since our original plan has been disrupted due to flight change. Our first stop is the 1,000 years old historic Ganish settlement. The village is located along Karakoram Highway and only 2 kilometers from our hotel. After paying the entrance fee, we walk about 50 meters from the main road to the village. Just outside the walled village is the recently built Imamia complex or Imamia Bargah. Legend has it that Ganish warriors practiced their river crossing techniques in this pond before crossing the Hunza River to attack Niger villages. This elderly gentleman offers us a tour with detailed explanation of the history of the settlement. According to him, Hunza butter is wrapped in birch bark and can be stored underwater in this dugout hole for years. Traditionally, families will keep the butter for generations and only use sparingly on very special occasions such as weddings. Our guide is very knowledgeable and very generously shares so much information about the history of this settlement. In present days, people are still living in the village, so we have to respect their privacy. Behind this shaded and tranquil water tank or pond are several richly carved wooden mosques aged between 100 to 200 years old. The restoration of these mosques has won a UNESCO Asia Pacific Heritage Award. This is the main entrance to the village. The guide demonstrates to us how the wooden door is closed and locked from inside to prevent intruders. The layout of the community has compact homes and streets with very small entrance doors. They used to place their livestock near their entrances in order to keep the indoor area more insulated during the harsh winters. The mosques were built by different rulers as a legacy for the following generations to remember them by. The size of these mosques are very small and can only fit a few people at a time. The wooden motifs are designed according to the culture and origin of the craftsman. This makes the arches design of each mosque very distinctive. We notice some motifs resemble those of Hinduism and Buddhism, which is very unique. The community of Ganish has received 2 UNESCO awards in 2002 and 2009 for cultural heritage conservation in Asia Pacific. This recognition has spurred many other communities to preserve their culture. Ganish was originally built as a fortified colony to guard against outsiders. Originally, there were around 14 watchtowers, but now only a few remain. After spending approximately 1.5 hours here, we have completed our tour. This visit is by chance as it was not included in our original travel plan. We thank the very obliging guide for the very informative tour. His service to the community by promoting this cultural site to the world deserves recognition. Next we head back to Karimabad Market Street near to Balted Fort. We plan to do some shopping and try the famous walnut cake at Hunza Cafe. Dried food and nuts are very popular here. Local clothing and textile shops are also aplenty on this steep shopping street. Among the items popular with the tourists are locally made headgears, scarves, carpets and birthstones. We stop at Islamabad town center for a local experience. Along the busy street are many local shops selling groceries, pastries, pharmacy, hardware, electrical appliances and also farm produce like fruits, vegetables and meat. Assad says this is like a piggy bank, the halal version. He can be humorous at times. We have now returned to the market street at Balted Fort. The lady needs to visit the shopping area again as the first time we were here, many shops were already closed or closing and it was late. We are now heading to a viewpoint near Eagle Nest to catch the sunset. It is now about 40 minutes before the sun sets. The drive will take about 20 minutes, which makes the timing perfect. From the car park, we need to hike about 10 minutes to the viewpoint. The hike is not easy as the ground is steep and sandy with rock boulders. When we get to the viewpoint, it is about 30 minutes before sunset and the place is already crowded with sunset chasers. The sun begins to hide behind the mountains at about 4:46 p.m. We have to admit that the sunset is not epic, but the view from up here is magnificent nonetheless. After our dinner at the nearby Hunza Hard Rock Resort and Villas restaurant, we are treated to a local traditional folk dance music. Assad and a group of ladies from Malaysia joined in the performance. Everyone, including Houston, is such a sport. We thoroughly enjoyed the performance.